shrimp Alfredo with spaghetti squash. Let's get it. This recipe has 4 simple ingredients: your spaghetti squash, your shrimp, and your broccoli. Now, I'm not going to use all this broccoli, but I buy big, huge bags because I got a lot of kids, and then I just divvy up what I need per meal. And then lastly, you're going to need your Alfredo sauce. I use Rayo's, and a lot of times I make my own, but I'm watching calories, cutting carbs, and all that stuff. And this particular sauce only has 100 calories. So I freaking love it. And it has only 3 carbs, if you can see there. So this is a pretty healthy option, okay? So that's all you need to get started. First things first, spaghetti squash are a beast to cut. I don't know if you've ever had acorn squash and butternut squash. Just like in the family of squashes, it takes some muscle. Now, how I cook my squash, just to give you a heads up, is I cut it long ways, right? Oh shoot, I have made quite a mess here. I cut it long ways, right here. I cut this part and this part off the top and the bottom. And then I open it up long ways, right? And then I scoop out the seeds because I don't want to eat those. Those are nasty. And then what I do, and what I'm about to do once I clean up this mess that I've just made here, is I'm going to put this in a microwavable safe bowl because I actually cook the squash in the microwave. So let me show you what that looks like. So to create like heat and steam and all of that type of stuff, we're going to try again. I'm going to add water to the cavity that I created when I dug out the stuff. And I'm not going to care now that it spills over because I got it in a bowl. So I'm just going to fill it up with water. And then I'm going to place the other side of it on top. And it creates like a little cave almost inside of there, or a heat chamber that heats it up from the inside out and cooks it all the way through. So now I'm going to put this in the microwave, and I base this based off how big it is. This is a Whopper, guys. So this spaghetti squash, it'll probably take 25 minutes or so in the microwave. So I'm going to start at 20 and see what it looks like. All right, so while our spaghetti squash is in the microwave, I got about, do you see my water right there? And I'm going to salt my water. Boom. Okay. And I'm just going to let that come to a boil. And I do this so that when I drop my broccoli, it'll absorb the flavor that's in the water and I won't need to season it outside of that. Okay. So that's what's next, allowing this to boil. So I've taken the top off, taken it out of the microwave. It did 20 minutes in the microwave. And if you could see how, as I pull my fork, it flakes away, that's how you know it's done. If it wasn't done, it'd be really stubborn to release. So let me just show you this side. So all those strings, that's what we're using as our pasta. Instead of like spaghetti noodles, we're going to be using spaghetti squash noodles. So we're going to collect all of this in a bowl and prepare for the next step. All right, so this is what they should look like when they're done. Pretty scraped good. It's just the smallest little, thinnest little layer, right? So you try to get as much of it as you need or as you want. This is what it looks like in the bowl. From here, I just kind of go through it, make sure I don't see any seeds. Because when you're making something like this and you leave a seed or don't see a seed or something, it'll make you so mad. Okay, you do not want to be just pissed off eating something because you're like, God, you know. So I try to go through anything that I think might not be what I want to have in my mouth. I just kind of put it over to the side. So this is kind of like my little stack. You see that? Like, we don't want that. So I just go through it and make sure it's good. And then next step is to start layering everything into my skillet. I've already drained, I put this in this colander and I drained it and kind of rinsed it to make sure that was good. My broccoli has been cooking. It was cooking on high, then I turned it on medium until it's fork tender. So once the fork goes all the way through it, that's done. So now we just gotta put it all together. Oil heating up. I'm gonna throw some shrimp in there. I seasoned it with Flavors 8. This is made by a local chef here in Louisville, Kentucky. His name is Kevin Nelson. So if you're interested in this, it can be used on so many different things. Look him up on social media. I'm sure if you type in Flavors 8, you'll be able to find his stuff. And I think there's his website, flavors8.com. Anyways, there you go. It's pretty dope.
The scrimp, they cooking. The scrimp, they cooking. It looks so yummy. Can't wait to put it in my tummy. Scrimp, they cooking. Shrimp, they cooking.
My recipes are just about done. So now it's time to add the Alfredo sauce and all the rest of the ingredients. Well, look what we have here. This looks so good. I cannot wait to eat this. Okay, so try this recipe, y'all. Y'all see how good this looks. You are going to love this. Add whatever vegetables you want to add. Mushrooms, red bell pepper. Do you, okay? This was like the foundation. But take it from there. You can add another thing of sauce if you want to. And just FYI, I still got a little bit more squash left over to do something else with here. Anyway, make sure to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Bye.